Well, we couldn't find first act for the second half, so we called up our local news station, and they supplied us with someone to tell us the news, so you're going to hear the news! Please welcome onto the stage, Newsreader!
Good evening, and welcome to the 3 Days Late News. I am your news correspondent, Aaron Wilson, and in the news tonight, a city banker has invested £4 billion into his son's shrubbery business. He claims it's the biggest hedge fund he's ever invested in. David Cameron is divorcing his pregnant wife after she insisted that she just wanted to go into labour already. In an interview earlier this week, we asked television chef Jamie Oliver why he prefers to use a type of North African semolina in granules made from crushed durum wheat, to which he responded, couscous? The winner of the Alphabet Soup Challenge, in which you have to eat as many tins of alphabet soup as possible within 2 minutes, has gone into hospital after the competition earlier today. A spokesman for the hospital said he may be in a critical condition and in the hugest bowel movement of his life, but it's as easy as ABC to cure, or at least whatever order they come out in. Police are recruiting ironing boards as law enforcement officers to help straighten people out. Washing machines are also being used during the rehabilitation process to help clean people up. A vending machine was arrested after assaulting a man. Mr. Evans claims the machine was out of order. Polls show that when it comes to apathy, who gives a fuck? A man who had sex with recently appointed world chess champion Felicity Ainscote claims he really rooked her world and that he was her knight in latex armour. He followed by saying, "If you don't believe me, then you can checkmate." In an interview with the Pope, we asked how many members of a religious community of women, typically one living under vows of poverty, chastity and obedience, does he have at the Vatican, to which he replied, none. We also questioned the Pope on recent allegations of his alcohol addiction, to which he responds, "I'm not an alcoholic," as he drank the blood of Christ. Studies show that cocaine is not always cracked up to be. Earlier today, a diabetes sufferer fell into anaphylactic shock on a London Underground train. Mrs. Gregson, aged 54, fell into shock after taking in all the people around her playing Candy Crush Saga. A group of sharks are refusing to eat one particular aquatic mammal as it has an injured fin. It turns out that even sharks follow the rule of do not consume if seal is broken. In other news, a young boy was found running around the streets of Braintree, thrusting his hips and screaming "freedom" after his mother ran out of nappies. An Oxford University student has failed his science degree after having to write a thesis on the science of gravity. The student claimed that the work was just weighing him down. Sorry, the producer really does enjoy my jokes. A bounty hunter from Stoke has become world-renowned after finding one for only 25p. Mars Incorporated had no comment. A woman who put her son's jeans in the wash and his wallet still inside has been arrested for money laundering. I think the producer may be a bit drunk. Tragedy this week as a snake handler was killed by a snake at a conference where he was trying to help people overcome ophidiophobia, which is more commonly known as the fear of snakes. A psychic has been arrested after it was found she was giving oral sex to customers. Reports say she blew their minds. 28-year-old delivery woman Paige Martins has gone missing after delivering a parcel to Google's head office. Paige, last seen delivering to room 404, has not been found. Police are running an investigation into a string of cowboy builders who are taking money without finishing the jobs. Police say they found loads of bricks everywhere, but nothing even remotely concrete. A man who was arrested for taking cannabis has taken the officer who arrested him to court under the belief that whoever smelt it dealt it, so PC Bang is in fact a drug dealer. The man, who was found with his dog and can only be described as Shaggy, was sentenced for 5 years. The man, who has also been previously arrested for running around robbing banks getting whacked off of Scooby Snacks. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting some urgent reports. Terrible news. Cats have taken over the world. Don't ask me how. We will be obviously giving you full live coverage later when the full story comes through. And we'll obviously be paying homage to His Great High Overlord, the Chancellor Tiddles Plus Plus, at his inauguration speech later. I suppose I should obviously get back to the news, so our last news story for tonight, I swear, I will try to keep this as least devastating as possible after that. It's terrible. It's terrible. Yes, our final news story for tonight. New studies do show that astronauts can grow up to 2 inches whilst in space due to the lack of pressure on their spine. So if that's not the only thing that grows, I am off to do a special report in space. So this has been the 3 Days Late News, live at Geo's Rosencrown Theatre Park. I've been your newsreader. Thank you and good night.